This is going to be a quick video, on making a rib stitch on a single bed. Many of you will not have enough pegs to do a full rib start on a double bed. So you're going to cast on as usual the required number of pegs, and then you're going to start making your rib stitch on a single bed. So for the regular stitch, for the knit stitch, it's going to be 1 E-wrap, and for the purl stitch, it's going to be 2 E-wraps. Start with an odd number of pegs and make your first one and your last one always a knit stitch. So this way you'll know exactly that your knits will lay over the knit stitches and your purls will lay over the purl stitches. If you're doing 2 by 2, then make, so that's for 1 by 1. For 2 by 2, make knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, purl, purl, knit, knit. So that would be an even number of pegs, but also keep it consistent, because it's going to be a little bit difficult to see the stitches until you might be able to pull the fabric from under the loom. So for the knit stitch, I'm just doing 1 E-wrap. Next one is going to be purl 2 E-wraps. Then knit 1. For purl stitch, 2 E-wraps. 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2 for 1 by 1 rib. 2. And I already know that my first one and my last one are going to be knits. And I better remember that information because I want that to be consistent. The whole idea of the rib stitch is that your knit stitches should be on top of knit stitches and purl stitches on top of purls. Make all your knit stitches first. In other words, make all the stitches that have only 1 E-wrap. So take care of these pegs first. And leave alone the stitches with 2 E-wraps. And so then your next step is to make all the purl stitches. This would be your knit stitches. Now for purl stitch, we're gonna have to let go of the long E-wrap. You're going to place it in front of the peg and then pick up that long float with your tool from underneath the existing stitch. And you should be already seeing the purl stitch, that little bump, 4 minutes right in front of you. So next step, you have to push it completely on the peg, and whatever is on your tool goes back on the peg. Next one is a knit stitch. We're gonna go to the double E-wrap, place it in front and pick it up with your tool. You should be seeing the purl stitch right in front of you. Goes back on the peg. Long E-wrap. Keep the double E-wraps a little bit tighter, but if since many of you are using heavy yarns, that should work out automatically. Okay, so long E-wrap in front of you. Pick it up with the tool and place it back on the pegs. On the other side, you should be already seeing how your stitch is forming. It's knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, as opposed to regular stitch when all your stitches are jerseys. So then when you're looking inside the loom, you are seeing all purl stitches in on the face of the fabric, which will eventually come out from the sides of the loom. You're going to be seeing all knit stitches. So that is jersey, and this is 1 by 1 rib.